Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Kristen, and today I'm doing a compilation video. I never thought in my life I would do one of these, and I'm really excited I decided to because I'm going to show you guys my top 10 farmhouse Dollar Tree DIYs. They are done within the last year. So if you guys are new to my channel within the last year, you guys may or may not have seen some of these. So you guys, let's go. I'm gonna show you guys my top 10, not in any order, but my top 10. For this first one, it has to be my favorite. I'm using these little wooden houses from the Dollar Tree and just painting the rims of them black. I also grabbed some of these free printables off of Pinterest. I will link those down below for you. And then I'm just taking some Mod Podge and just Mod Podging these free printables right to the backs of both of these houses. I think these are so stinking cute. And then I just took some of this Waverly chalk paint in white and just kind of dry brushed, or kind of did a little bit more dry brushing on the sides. I just love how these turned out. I still have these around my house. These have to be, like I said, one of my favorite DIYs I have ever done. So that is why it is number one. These are not in order by all means, but I just wanted to show these first because they are my absolute favorite. This next one is a wooden stem vase. I have these wooden stems from Dollar Tree, one of these little square decor pieces, and I'm just taking hot glue and gluing these wood stems all the way around this square frame decor. Also using twine in this vase, and I'm just wrapping the twine around the bottom of the vase. It's definitely optional because you don't see a whole lot of it once everything is put together. I'm just throwing some of these little wood stems in here. You could put a candle, anything you want in there, but this is just what I decided to use. And then I'm just using some greenery and these gypsos from Dollar Tree and just sticking the red in here. The greenery is from something I had left over from a different DIY. And this is how it turned out. These are so simple. This was so easy. And I know people have these wood stems laying around they don't know what to do with. So this is another one of my favorites. This one is a quick one. It is just a pie pan tray. I'm just using a pie pan from Dollar Tree in a vase I picked up at Hobby Lobby after Halloween using Waverly chalk paint in white. You can definitely get a different vase from Dollar Tree, but this was like 20 cents I think I paid. It was so inexpensive. And I'm just using E6000 and then gluing the two together, wrapping twine around the top, using the Waverly wax in antique, and just going along the edges and the sides. And here is your cute little farmhouse tray. I will also link all of these videos down below, so if you do want to see these, you can instead of all this really fast replay. The number 4 is these number houses. Using these houses once again from Dollar Tree, Waverly chalk paint in white, Waverly wax in antique once again, dry brushing it really, really nice into the house. Free printable off of Pinterest. I'm doing number 1, 2, and 3 on each of these houses. I love the way these turned out. I actually just flipped them over into this. It's not super hard at all, and you can also reuse them on the other side for a different DIY. I didn't paint the tops or the edges just because I did maybe possibly want to reuse them instead of throw them away. So like I said, I did number 1, 2, 3, sanded a little bit, and I love the way these turned out. They're so pretty. These were such an inspiration from, I think, Pinterest. I'd seen something similar to these and loved them. The next one is a hula hoop wagon wheel. You need a hula hoop from Dollar Tree. I ripped off the sides, took the little beads out. It was super easy to do that. Put it back together. And then I have these bamboo skewers. These were the really long ones, I think 32 inches. I can't remember exactly. And then I'm just putting them along the hula hoop and trying to figure out how many I would need and how I was going to cut these. Hula hoops are not circles, especially when they're from the Dollar Tree. And I just, like I said, took the skewers, tried to figure out how many I was going to use, how I wanted it to look, and where I was going to have to cut them. I really eyeballed everything. Obviously, I still had Presley helping me out last summer. Taking my, I call these wire cutters, tin snips. They are my wire cutters. I use them to cut everything. Cut the little pricks off. Those probably sound really weird. Pricks off. Cut the little ends off. And then I'm just using Nutmeg Brown acrylic paint, Apple Barrel from Walmart, painting the skewer sticks. I also painted the hula hoop the same color. I just did not show that on here because we all know that they're the same color, so no big deal. And like I said, again, I'm going to leave all these videos in the playlist, or not a playlist, the description box, so if you guys want to check them out. I just used hot glue to attach all the skewers to make a cute little wagon wheel. This was just so simple. I put this on my front porch, and my front porch is so windy, eventually this blew away. But if you don't have a windy front porch, I definitely recommend to leave it out there. It's really cute. You can seal it with a polyacrylic spray or polyacrylic, polyurethane, anything that you want to use, or Mod Podge, like outdoor Mod Podge, to leave it out all summer long. And then, yeah, like I said, I just took hot glue, glued it all around. I grabbed a little bowl and a little thing of paint to make the center of the wagon wheel. Used foam board, cut those out, painted them the same color as the wagon wheel, nutmeg brown. I did 2 coats of this so it'd be just as dark. And then I just glued them right to the center with hot glue. This is one of my favorites. It's a canvas kitchen decor. I'm using 2 of these canvases from Dollar Tree, ripping the canvas off, and really what I wanted was the wooden frame underneath. So I just flipped it over, used the Waverly Wax in Antique. This is one of my favorite things to use. You can just put a little bit in a bowl with water and it makes a nice stain. So that is what I did here. Like I said, I didn't show it, but you just need a tiny bit of water, a little bit of wax, and it goes a long way. Or you can just not even use water and it still makes a really nice stain. And next I'm just tracing out foam board so I can use this for the back of my canvas. You could have been nice with the canvas, saved it, and put that on the back. I know some people have done that. It actually saves $1. But I just decided to do it this way. It was just a lot easier for me than to try to save the canvas since it was stapled on. Free printables from Pinterest. This is what the frames look like when they are all dry. And then I just took some E6000 and hot glue and glued the foam board right to the backs of these boards. I decided to actually cut the animals out. You could probably just glue the piece of paper right onto the foam board. I chose not to. I just liked the way this looks so I could kind of move the pig around. I wanted it the opposite way of the chicken or the rooster, so that's why I did this, and it was just way easier. Just use Mod Podge to glue it on, and then I also went over the tops of the pig and the rooster with more Mod Podge just to seal them on. I actually had these in my kitchen for so long. I just love these. These are such an easy DIY to do, and everybody I feel like has some sort of frame or foam board or cardboard and a printer at home, so I think this is like good for anybody, especially if you have a stash at home that you want to get rid of. This is super easy and it just takes a few minutes to do. This next one, if you want to recreate, it is a Jenga block wooden chair. I was so tickled that I was able to make this. It turned out better than I hoped for. I definitely could have used something that was more straight or flat on the bottom besides carpet, but I always work on my carpet, so that's just how I did it. I did lay everything out in all the Jenga blocks just to see how many I was going to use. I did end up using, I think, 5 or 6 boxes of these. And like I said, I will leave the video for you guys and I will give you the full directions of how many I used, but this is kind of what it looked like when I had it all laid out. And then I did take a picture to help myself along the way, so while I was gluing, I didn't mess up or I didn't move Jenga blocks around, so I knew exactly like the bottom 4 are legs. I know they're not on each side, and then I knew there was going to be a back side, so that is why I kind of like moved things around just to make sure I knew exactly what I was doing, because the bottom, I actually got a picture off of Pinterest of just a wooden chair that people had just to decorate with, and I was like, I think I could make that out of something from the Dollar Tree. And all I used was hot glue. You could probably use wood glue. I just always have a really bad time using wood glue. And this is what these look like. These are going to be the bottoms. You can tell they're not perfect, but I ended up just kind of taking some filler for the middles and filling it in just so there wasn't holes. But this was so easy to do. And I was just really proud of myself that I was able to do something like this. I used some craft sticks for the back, and this is actually the seat of the chair. I'm working on the back right now. So you'll need 4 rows of 2, so 8 total, and then you'll need the 2 rows of 3, and then the 1 row of 6 right there. And then I feel like I don't know how many I did for these, but I did 3 rows for the seat and just took hot glue. And this is still standing in my house to this day, so I don't know, whoever says that hot glue doesn't work well they don't know what they're talking about. And then this is the legs, and I used 4 Jenga blocks for each leg. And then I went back in with the 3 Jenga blocks just to secure the back so it wasn't so wobbly. And then I did use the antique wax in the Waverly, like I was using in all these other projects, to stain this chair, but it showed so many flaws when I was done. I was like, no way can I use this. So I ended up just painting it white. You can see I painted it, and now I'm repainting it. But this is one of my favorite Dollar Tree DIYs I have ever made. You'll need a mason jar sign, a Waverly chalk paint in white, and then I use this Waverly in elephant and this pavement in apple barrel. And I also had this stencil, Home Sweet Home. I buy a lot of stencils, or I have a lot of stencils from Stencil Revolution. I always forget to mention them, but if you guys are looking for farmhouse animals, I will leave that link for you guys to check out the farmhouse animal stencils because they have the stacking animals, and I keep forgetting to tell you guys, so I'm telling you right now. Using the Waverly chalk paint in white, I am just painting at the bottom of this little mason jar. This is from summer last year, but you can always, I feel like you can always find these. I think I actually still have one that I have never used. And then I'm going in with the elephant in by Waverly and going over the top. And what I'm going to do is just give this like a nice little galvanized effect. I was kind of winging this, that I remember, like I said, this probably wasn't that long ago I made this, but this just has to be one of my favorites. Kind of just dotting it and like dry brushing it a little bit, dry dotting with paint, I guess is what you want to call it, with the white. And then I'm just going to go back in with the pavement by Apple Barrel. And I always forget how good acrylic paints are until I actually re-watch videos and realize I used acrylic paint for so long I didn't even know what chalk paint was, and it's all still good. And then I just stenciled out the Home Sweet Home, and I'm just using a Sharpie to color this in because my paint skills, my hands are a little bit shaky, and I just kind of prefer to use a Sharpie marker. It just works really nice, and if it is like a brand new Sharpie marker, it has all the juice you'll need to fill in these letters, and you can't even tell it's a Sharpie marker. And once that was all done, I just ended up taking some leftover greenery I had. I think these are from those nice little fuzzy flowers we pick up at the Dollar Tree that we just go crazy about and buy all of them and have like 200 in our stash. And I just took the leaves, glued them to the top, and this is what it looks like when it's done. I think this is so cute, and how easy was this to make? It was easy. This next one is another one of my favorites. Obviously, these are like all my favorites. It's an outdoor farmhouse sign. I'm using one of these little picks from Dollar Tree. I don't know why I always say that because everything is from Dollar Tree. Sanding off these words that have all the glitter. The glitter is the death of me. Waverly chalk paint in white. And I'm just painting these in white, and I realized I needed to go over it a little bit because you could kind of see, I think, from what I was looking at, that I'm like wiping my finger because I'm like, ew, what is this? That you could kind of see some of the glitter through because it's hard getting every piece of glitter off. Using these Dollar Tree wooden letters, I did Pond, Farm, and Home, painted them in like the jet black acrylic paint. You only need one coat of this stuff. Like I said, acrylic paint is just really, I don't know, everyone's using the Waverly chalk paint, which don't you guys know that now if you watch me that I use it all the time. Free printables, I got a goat, I got a duck, and that is what we have at our home. We have 2 goats, we have 12 ducks as of right now. This spring, I don't even know how many ducks we'll have. Like, it's always like a mystery of how many ducks we're going to have every single year. But we keep them, we love them, we watch them play in the pond. We just absolutely love them, so we don't really care. We don't eat them. We don't eat their eggs. We just love them like our dogs. Maybe not that much, but we still really, really enjoy them. And then I'm just using hot glue, doing the farm, home, and pond, because like I said, we have a pond as well, and I just thought this fit our house so well, and it's really hard finding like a goat or a duck free printable, so I will have to go back to this video and find those free printables for you. Hopefully they're still around because this was last summer. But yeah, this one was really, really easy. I didn't spray this, so I actually still have it in my house, so I need to spray it with like a polyacrylic or go over it with like a Mod Podge for outdoors so I can actually stick this outside and enjoy it. But going back in with a Waverly Wax in Antique and just doing a little bit of distressing with this. I'm just kind of going along the edges and dry brushing, and that's it for this one. The very last one is just an outdoor patio tray. I had this on my front porch. I'm just using this tray that was at the Dollar Tree last year, knowing it's going to be around this year again because I feel like they always have the same type of decor. Using Waverly chalk paint in white and going over the top of this, I was kind of just using this as a primer, and now I just know to use a primer because primer is way cheaper than buying a bottle of chalk paint. So lesson learned. I still actually probably haven't learned my lesson because I do it all the time. So once that was done, I grabbed some of these little craft sticks, Waverly Wax in Antique, and then this is me with my water, dumping some of this in, and you can dump a little in for a really light stain, or you can do a lot for a darker stain. Just going over this, and I do the front sides and I do the back sides because I just wanted to choose and pick like which side I liked the best, I guess. But yeah, I was just going in with these, and this was like one of the first like DIYs I think I use craft sticks. I don't use these a ton, and I don't have a ton. And did I get these from Dollar Tree or did I get them at Walmart? Anyways, this is a Satin Jade by Krylon, and I spray painted the tray that color, so I didn't keep it white. I kind of wanted to have like a fun little color. And then I was just laying these out to see how many I would need to use, and I did end up cutting all of the ends off so they would be like flush and they wouldn't have that little curl at the top or the little circle at the top. And I just took glue, hot glue, and just glued these all to the bottom. And I won't lie, this did not stay forever. I probably should have used a different glue. And our front porch is so windy. Everything gets ruined on our front porch. So it's really rare that I will leave anything outdoors because wreaths will blow away in the neighbor's yard or the road or to the pond, or everything just kind of gets ruined over there. But I love the way this turned out. I was really happy with the whole looks of this. So it was really easy if you guys want to try it. I cut things in different sizes so it looked a little bit different so it wasn't so flush and similar. And yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 10 Dollar Tree farmhouse DIYs. If you did like this video and you would want another one similar to this, let me know in the comments below and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you are new to my channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss out on my newer Dollar Tree / Treasure farmhouse DIYs. You guys, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!